Alright, I'm here with my boy Jeffrey Cañas, international playboy extraordinaire.
How are you, man?
Starting off a new thing called Three Questions because in my life I've met a lot of interesting people and I don't want to hog all the interestingness to myself.
Okay.
So thanks, Jeff, for being with me on my pioneer pilot of this whole endeavor.
Yeah, no problem.
So it's pretty short, sweet, and simple. Like I said, it's 3 questions. I ask you 3 questions, you answer them. First question: what's the biggest lesson you learned in your life, and what's the story behind that?
I think my biggest lesson has to be learning to be patient. Throughout my professional career and personal, there have been times where I have always wanted to see results really fast, almost immediately, and when I didn't get those results or didn't see things happening for me as quick as I wanted to, I definitely felt a sense of urgency and a sense of restlessness that would prompt me to make decisions or look at other options, to chase the feeling of what I was looking for, and so that's why I think that patience is like the saying that says, people say, oh, patience is a virtue. It's something that a lot of us live in a society or in a world where we get everything we want, almost instant gratification, and sometimes things need work and sometimes things need time for them to materialize. And so that's something that I continually learn and continually work on.
You okay with some follow-up questions at the end? Yeah. All right, man. Second question is, what is your greatest moment in your life so far? And to what extent do you think that you kind of willed it into action, or to what extent do you think it was serendipitous?
Wow, greatest moment. I think I'm the type of person that thinks that one's life isn't defined by just one moment. So I'm more of the type of personality that thinks that life is like a combination of moments, or like almost like when you're building a house. When you build a house, you start with a foundation. And I think that my foundation being the family, my family where I come from and how I was raised, set a very strong foundation, in my opinion, for me to then start framing the house, right? And then eventually, the framing, you can think about like maybe going to school, different experiences, and so on and so on. And then you think about what other parts make a house, like the plumbing, the siding, right? It's all like a combination of things to make a house. So I wouldn't say that I can't pinpoint my life. I'm only 30, so I can't pinpoint to one moment in my short period of time that I've been living to say that I have one moment that defines me, because I feel like I still have so much to live for. Like I still have to start a family. I still have more achievements in my career that I want to achieve and pursue. So I guess that question might be more for someone that's maybe nearing retirement, or nearing maybe like when someone's starting to realize like, hey, my mortality is a real thing. Like I have to confront that. I feel like I don't confront that yet. So
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's for a long time, right? Knock on wood. But I think to the effect that those things that make me, or the moments that have made me so far, I think that have been a combination of moments that are serendipitous and also constant effort on my part, because I think everyone has an option to either chase their dreams or chase their desires and goals in life, and then there's a fork in the road where if you can have these dreams and not pursue them, or you can have the dreams and pursue them. And I've always been the type to to go after what I want because of, I guess, the foundation that has been set for me.
Building the house of life. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, third question. Just looking forward to the future for a second, and where you are now, and kind of your general sensibilities about it. If you could do anything now, any kind of enterprise, adventure, build something, create something, and you knew there was no possibility of failure, what would you do?
So I guess we're talking about like a business or like a career endeavor, or
It's up to you. It means whatever you want it to mean.
what would I do if I knew that I wouldn't fail at it? I don't know. I recently, that's like a question that changes for me constantly. About a year ago, I was thinking about doing a career in technology, like changing careers. About 6 months ago, I was thinking about doing an endeavor with a women's swimwear line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did the research, traveled to the country where they produce them. I did the whole due diligence.
Okay.
And wrestled with that for a while, and then I would say that, and today, lately, I've been thinking about maybe pursuing like comedy classes. I'd like to give it a shot at being like a comedian, like a stand-up comedian.
I can see that.
So I don't know. I think that right now in this moment, I would say that if I knew that I wouldn't fail, I'd pursue that. I'd go out and be a comedian. Or at least give it a shot and see if anything comes about that. But at least I can say that I gave it a try. Even if everything else fails or people think I suck. I think that I don't want to live with the regret 40, 50, 60 years from now, if I live that long.
Well,
To say, oh, I should have done this when I'm like, stuck to a bed or a wheelchair or something.
yep. It's like Scotty P says, no regrets, man.
No regrets.
Not even one letter.
Scottie Pippen?
Scotty P from We Are the Millers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, just one quick follow-up question. In the beginning, you were talking about patience and, what you've learned around patience. But how do you determine now how long you're going to be patient for, or how long you're willing to wait, or when the right moment is to stop being patient, maybe being more proactive on a certain course of action?
I think the most important thing to do is to know yourself. You have to be very confident in what you want, and really ask yourself the tough questions, like the one you're asking me now. Like, how do I know when it is time to pursue other options or to continue pushing on? I mean, of course, if it's a professional setting, you want to have the conversations with your managers and the people that are the influential people in your organization about, like, realistically having that serious talk about, like, where your career can go within this organization, and ask for them for solid feedback, like hard, cold feedback. And for the most part, I think people know when they're not getting the truth. Like, there's a gut feeling that people get, and you can sense it when someone's not upfront with you, And I think the most important thing is, when you're making a decision on like how long to wait on something, is to get input from all the people that are relevant to the decision that you're about to make. So your managers, your manager's manager, your mentors, and people that just have that ability to make a change in your career. I think once you have all those decision inputs categorized and defined, you can then determine like whether you stay and continue to wait or you move on. And sometimes it's a little bit of luck. Sometimes but mostly I'm a big believer that it's effort on your part to get in front of people's faces and make sure that they know that what you want and that what you're willing to do, and asking them for their feedback. Like, is this something realistic? Should I be expecting this, or should I not? And just constantly getting feedback from those people.
Jeff, thank you, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.